Good morning, friends. I hope you all are doing well in your PT1 examination. Yesterday it was a mathematics speed, today it was English, and then tomorrow it will be a physics paper. See, dear student, it's a virtual examination. Physical monitoring and supervision is not possible. You all are writing this examination from home, therefore it becomes your responsibility to submit it in time. Therefore, I request all of you to submit your answer sheet sharp at 8:40. Do not take extra time for that one because we stop at sharp 8:40. So once again, I urge to all of you that please submit your answer sheet sharp at 8:40. Okay, let's begin our revision. See, for you people, the examination will be on the chapter Motion in a Plane. In this one, it is divided into three major parts. One is vector, second one is a projectile, and third one is circular motion. It's a uniform circular motion. So I am going to take revision of these three things. Vector, you all know. What is the vector? Vector is a physical quantity which is completely described by direction as well as magnitude. Velocity, acceleration, these are the vectors. Scalar is a quantity which is completely described by magnitude alone. Scalar, mass, time, temperature, these are the scalars. Rules for vector and rules for scalar are different. There are. So first it's a vector. Now, whenever we are talking about vector, vector is always, it is O is the starting point of the vector and A is end point of the vector. Arrow indicates direction of the vector and length of this one indicates magnitude of the vector. This is the way. OA is a vector. So vector OA, it is also written like this, only A, or it is also written like bold letter A. There are three ways to represent this vector. OA vector, vector A, arrow on top of that, or then simply bold letter A. We cannot differentiate here bold and faint letter, therefore it's a bold letter A, I am writing. So this is again magnitude A. When we are taking, it becomes a magnitude. This is magnitude of the vector. Vector OA, vector OB. If both of them are of equal length and if they are in same direction, we can say that OA is equal to OB. So both of them are equal vector. Equal vectors are those vectors having same magnitude and same direction. Then it's an opposite vector. Here it is OA, here it is OB. Therefore, OA is minus OB. So they are opposite vectors. We call them as opposite vector. There is one more vector which is called as a null vector. Null vector is equal to vector with zero magnitude. Its magnitude is always zero, which is called as a null vector. It's a mathematical concept, we can say that, just to operate something. Now, vectors can be multiplied by any simple number. Then it comes how to add the vector or how to subtract the vector. Addition and subtraction, these are similar operations. Let us see. First one, addition we can consider. How to add addition of vectors. There is one vector, simple case, let us discuss it first. Two vectors which are linear, their addition becomes simple. It is OA. Another one is BQ. Starting point of this one is O, ending point is A. Starting point of this one is B, ending point is Q. Now, when we add them, in this case, we take starting point of first vector O, then we draw A, and then starting point of this second vector, we bring it end point of first one, and then it becomes. So when they are linear, and in the linear means they are in the same direction, addition is very simple. We add their magnitudes, we add their lengths. Direction is common direction of both. But question comes, if they are not in the same direction. Suppose that one vector is here, then another vector is here. It is OA, BQ. In such cases, there are two laws used. One is called as law of triangle for vector addition. Another one is called as law of parallelogram. Let us discuss first the law of triangle. It is, we are taking it as law of triangle. It is OA. Then another one we draw it here. It's a B point. BQ case, we take it here. BQ. This is vector A, this is vector B, then the addition of them R is equal to A plus B. The triangle law is state like this. When two vectors are represented in magnitude and direction by two sides of the triangle, then their resultant is represented in magnitude and direction by the third side of the triangle. This becomes the triangle law of vector addition. There is one more law which is called as law of parallelogram, which is known as law of parallelogram. What is the law of parallelogram? It is OA. Another vector we make it here. It is Q, BQ. Now these two are two sides of the parallelogram. Here we draw equal vectors. See this one. We are drawing, this becomes equal to this one. And then this is by using law of triangle, this becomes R, which is equal to A plus B. From here, we can state that when two vectors are represented in magnitude and direction by two adjacent sides of the parallelogram, then the resultant is represented in magnitude and direction by the diagonal of parallelogram starting from the common point. These are the two laws of vector addition. When we want to subtract the vector, in this case now simple one, these two things we can see there. When we want to subtract the vector, subtraction is nothing but adding negative vector. Let us see how do we subtract the vectors. Already I said, addition and subtraction, these are not two different things. Addition is same as that of the subtraction. How do we subtract? Subtraction is nothing but addition of negative vector. For example, this is OA, this is BQ. We want to subtract them. What is the way to do this one? See, negative vector of BQ, this is A, this is B. Negative of B, negative of B is equal to minus b, meaning is that same vector but in opposite direction. It is same vector but in opposite direction. Negative vector means same vector, vector of equal magnitude but in opposite direction. Now when we add a minus b, it automatically becomes the subtraction. Therefore, it's a OA. We bring it from here to here. That is, it was A, it was minus B. So OS, actually OS becomes R, which is equal to A minus B. It's a simple in case of linear vectors, but when vectors are not linear. Again, we have to see law of triangle. Already I said law of triangle, when two vectors are represented in magnitude and direction by two adjacent sides of the triangle, then their resultant is represented in magnitude and direction by remaining side of the triangle. R is equal to A plus B. OA B. From this one, we can say that R is equal to A plus B. It means that R minus A is equal to B. We can see this one, R. And when I take this B in this direction, this becomes minus B. So R minus A I am taking, R minus B we can take this one, R minus B, which is equal to A. Similar manner, here we can do it. This is R, this is B, and A I take it to this side. A I am taking it. So it became minus A. This is B, this is R. We can see this one. A minus A plus R, or R minus A, which is equal to B. For subtraction, again, we are using law of triangle. In case of parallelogram, these are two sides. We complete parallelogram here. O, P, Q, S. This is P. This is Q. R becomes P plus Q. R is equal to P plus Q. Then now, this one, if you are taking it, this plus this is P. This is also R. But if you are taking it, this and this, it comes minus P. Therefore, Q minus P or P minus Q, when you are taking it here, this side becomes R1. R2 is equal to P minus Q. If one diagonal is representing addition of 2, then second diagonal represent subtraction of 2. Now this was about the subtraction of two vectors. Let us move to the next one. What is magnitude of two vectors and direction of two vectors by using the vector algebra law of parallelogram? Let us see. This is an important topic. We are saying that we want to find out R and we want to find out tan theta. These two things we want to find out. There is, we call this thing as resultant of two vectors. This is vector OA. We call this thing as, this is vector OB, this is Q. I complete parallelogram. This becomes R, which is equal to P plus Q. It is theta, this is alpha. If you see this one, this vector and this vector, it is same. So I write it as Q. So we are trying to find out resultant of P and Q, which is R is equal to P plus Q by using this parallelogram. P is one side of parallelogram, Q is another side of the parallelogram, theta is angle between them. We want to find out length of R. Magnitude of resultant means we want to find out length of R. Let us see. Complete it in this way. This becomes 90. Here it is D. Here it is OA, OB. I am writing C. Now this triangle OCD. OC square is equal to OD square plus CD square. Pythagoras. OD is nothing but OA plus AD square plus CD square. OA square plus 2OA AD plus AD square plus CD square. AD square plus CD square is nothing but AC square, which becomes OA square plus 2OA AD plus AC square. Now we can take it. OA is P, AC is Q, AD we want to find out. What is AD? Here OA is equal to P, AC is equal to Q, then AD. This is theta, this is Q. Adjacent side is always represented by hypotenuse into cos theta. Therefore, AD is equal to AC cos theta, which is equal to Q cos theta. Therefore, OC square is equal to P square plus 2PQ cos theta plus Q square. This is R square is equal to P square plus 2PQ cos theta plus Q square. R is equal to P square plus 2PQ cos theta plus Q square. It's a magnitude of R. It's a length of R. If we know magnitude of P, magnitude of Q, and theta between them, by using this formula we can use it. This became your R. Then from figure, tan theta is equal to, we know CD divided by OD. CD is equal to front side, it becomes Q sin theta. CD is equal to Q sin theta. This is CD, OA plus AD. CD is equal to Q sin theta. AD is equal to Q cos theta. Therefore, tan alpha, this is tan alpha, it becomes. It's this angle. Tan alpha is equal to Q sin theta P plus Q cos theta. This is angle that the resultant makes with horizontal. This is the angle made by resultant with the horizontal. This is called as a cosine law. If you know these two things, we call this thing as cosine law. Let us talk about sine law. What is a sine law? Let us see. Same thing. We can just, if we know R, if we know this one, we say this thing as a cosine law. What is a sine law? I draw perpendicular here. D, I am writing it as E. This is 90. Now see that. This is angle. Theta is angle between P and Q. Theta is angle between P and Q. Alpha. Alpha is angle between P and R. And then we are taking it as a gamma. This is gamma. Or beta we can write. Gamma is. Beta you can take. It's a beta. Beta is angle between Q and R. See that? Alpha, beta, gamma, these are the Greek alphabets. Theta, angle between P and Q. Alpha, angle between Q and R. Beta, angle between alpha, angle between P and R. Beta, angle between Q and R. Let us take one by one. AE, side AE. You can see this one. This is 90. This is the hypotenuse. This is alpha. Front side to alpha. Therefore, AE is equal to OA sin alpha. OA sin alpha. OA is nothing but P. It becomes P sin alpha. Similarly, AE is a front side to beta also. This triangle. Therefore, AE is equal to, this becomes its hypotenuse. AC sin beta, which is equal to Q sin beta. Both of them are equal. P sin alpha is equal to Q sin beta. We can write it as P sin alpha beta is equal to Q sin alpha. Equation number 1. Again, take theta. In case of theta, we can take this as the front side and this also when we are taking it as theta. Let us see. Theta is the angle between these two. Then what happens? This is theta. CD becomes front side. Therefore, CD is equal to Q sin theta. CD is equal to Q sin theta. From this one, bigger one, OCD, CD becomes R sin theta. Therefore, Q sin theta is equal to Q sin theta. CD, first one. CD, Q sin theta is equal to, just a minute, here something went wrong. CD in this one. First one, Q sin theta. Theta is there. Then again, we can say this is alpha. This one becomes alpha. CD is equal to R sin alpha. Both are equal. Q sin theta is equal to R sin alpha. Q sin alpha is equal to R sin theta. Equation number 2. You can see this is Q sin alpha, Q sin alpha. You can write all these things. P divided by sin beta, Q divided by sin alpha, R divided by sin theta. This is called as sine law. This one we call it as sine law. Remaining things about this projectile, I have already sent you video. This topic we discussed it, but video was not shared with you. All the questions which are there, practice question, their videos are also shared with you. Now, just if any difficulty is there, you can ask. Thank you.